Hello and welcome.
Hiya.
We're not doing a review this time.
No reviews, no boxes opening, nothing like that. We're going to chat.
We're going to chat. So we were asked...
It's a dying art, you know.
Pardon?
It's a dying art. Chatting. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so a few weeks ago, or quite a few weeks ago actually, we were sent a V-SYS Dash Cam, weren't we, for the bike, and then we fitted it, and then we showed the video about the app. And one thing that we've been asked about is what's the footage like, because we weren't able to get enough footage in good weather. It was quite rainy, wasn't it when we did it? So we've taken some footage. So on the screen now you'll see some footage of the front camera, and you can see that with the footage it's really good quality, and it really shows, I'm not sure whether it shows the image stabilisation of the camera or whether it shows how well the BMW on the front end deals with the, deals with the suspension.
That telelever suspension.
Yeah. But it's really smooth, as you can see. It's really defined, and I would say it's probably up there with things like next base and that sort of stuff that you'd have for your car dash cam.
Okay.
And then
because this was the upgrade camera from the one we already had, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I'd fitted it to my bike, but we fitted the new one to yours.
So all 1080p. So now we'll flip to the rear camera, and you'll see the rear camera. Again, it's really good quality. And we did have some people message us and say, well, I can't turn it round. And we made the mistake first, didn't we? Where it was kind of reversing everything. And it was like a mind meld, wasn't it, when you watched it? Because you thought, well, I've just watched on the front camera going past. Now I'm watching on the rear camera, but everything's back to front.
It was like really we were driving on the wrong side of the road, wasn't it? It was very odd. But
that's in the settings, so you can just change the settings and change the reversing and all that sort of stuff. And that's on the last video anyway, because you can see the settings on the app. And now we'll put side by side. So we've got front on the left and rear on the right, so you can see what that's like. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can also do that on the unit as well when you're viewing it back.
Yep, I remember that.
But I'll put the front on the left-hand side of the screen and the rear on the right-hand side, and you can see that they're really quite comparable quality.
They're both 1080, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because on the original ones it was 1080 on the front, 720.
720, yeah, I think.
Is that what it is?
Or 740, something like that.
720, wasn't it? Smaller anyway.
Yeah, but they're quite comparable, and you can see that when you freeze frame, so I'll freeze frame right about now, and you can pick out some really good details. So the really important things about having a dash cam is that, one, that it keeps functioning and you forget all about it, and if there is an accident and you need to get details from them, or just if you've been out on a tour with somebody and you think, I really love that place but I didn't write it down or note where it was, reviewing the camera to see the signs on the side of the road, and if you stop it you can really make out what that road sign is or what that number plate is most of the time.
I had a guy on tour who recorded the whole tour on his bike.
Really?
Mr. Steve, if you're watching.
And that would have taken up some serious
he was swapping
gigabytes.
Constantly, but because the camera runs all the time, and I don't know I've never seen a video, it's probably about 4 days long and just roads.
Now we do ride quite a bit on our bikes, as you all know, and it does make a little bit of a noise when it starts up because it's underneath the seat. So you kind of get used to hearing all the things that start up when you turn the bike on. So you turn the ignition on, and then you hear it start up. It says "started recording" in a really quite strange voice, but it does say it. But there has been one. Only in, how long have we had it? Perhaps 2 or 3 months. So we've ridden quite a bit in lots of different weather. The quality of the video has always been really good. The difference in the quality of the video has only been affected by the weather. So if we're going through the rain or you haven't wiped the camera off because bikes get filthy, that's affected the quality that it's recorded because it's got barriers in front of it.
I've noticed the rear camera on mine it gets dirty, but it doesn't get that dirty that you can't see through it. But the bike is lagged. You know how much I like washing the bike.
Yeah. When did you do it last? When you were in Morocco?
No, I think it was done in when I came back from Croatia.
Wow.
Last
Way
year.
Before COVID. So it's a really good system, and that one time it didn't start up. So if that happens to anybody else, like with anything in the tech world, the first thing you should always do is just turn it off and turn it on again. So I unplugged the whole box from where all the wires go out, because you can take it as a separate unit, just to make sure that all the power drained out. Obviously turned the bike off, made sure that the ignition, left it like 30 seconds for the ignition to properly turn itself off, took the box out, made sure that that drained out of all the residual stuff that was in the resistors and stuff, so that it was just totally dead, as much as I could make sure it was, and then plugged
Did
it
you
all
not
back
lick the
in.
end to see if it was... Oh, that's batteries, isn't it?
So now I plugged it back in.
What a great time as a kid I did.
Wow. Did you get given water and then get told to lick one of those for the bubbles?
Yeah.
Wow. So I plugged it back in again, waited a couple of seconds, turned the ignition on, and it fired up. And the reason that I noticed it, because I got used to hearing the sound. One, I didn't hear the sound, but it was in quite a noisy garage when I got on the bike. But because we've got the little button on the handlebars, there were no flashing lights on it. So I started moving off and thinking, well, that's a bit weird, it's not working. That's the only failure I've had, and it was sorted out really quickly.
Cool.
And it seems to be doing the trick.
We're happy with it then.
Fortunately, I've not got to the stage where I need to use it for any evidential purposes or even just reviewing because something's happened. Touch wood, touch lots of wood.
Although since the
everywhere.
lockdown in the UK, the standard of driving is horrific.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, just be careful out there. It's getting really, really bad.
God, I don't know
Really
what they've
bad.
done. They just left the brains at home when they came back out on the roads.
I don't know.
Anyway, we digress. The
Yeah.
camera.
But really good system. I'll put the link in the description again. But really good system. And 3 months-ish of use, it's still going strong. I know that one that you had, which was one of the previous versions, you're still using today, aren't you?
It's over 2 years old now.
Yeah.
Well, it is 2 years old now, my bike.
Anyway, so that was just a very quick video about just a follow-up of the dash cam, because we were asked by quite a few people, and I think some people were disappointed that we didn't put it on there, but we didn't have enough footage to put on there to make it anywhere meaningful, really, did we?
No. There we
So
go then.
check it out, check the link out, hit the like button, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in a bit.